How's it going? Jonathan here, and in this video I am actually going to be calling out every single person that has been drawing chart patterns on the Bitcoin chart. Now, I've seen this pattern being drawn 100 times now, and I can swear to you so many times that this pattern is being drawn wrong, and I believe it's being drawn wrong because people simply don't understand the rules to trading. Now, the best thing about trading is that, and these chart recognitions I should say, is that there's so many ways to interpret it. But there has been defined a very strict criteria of rules that you should follow if you really wanted to have the best chance of success for actually drawing these, okay? So we've got the chart of Bitcoin in front of us, and I'm going to switch over to that in a second. And right now I've got on the weekly charts. Let's go ahead and turn it over to the daily chart. Now, there's a number one chart pattern that's been going around, and I don't care who's sharing it. It's just been going around everywhere, and it looks something like this. Excuse all my lines and everything that just popped up. That's all the research and all the analysis and blah, blah, blah. So this is kind of it. Now, I just watched a guy on YouTube, and he's like, yo, guys, we just had a false breakout, man. Bitcoin was going up, and, you know, it almost broke out, and it came back. Well, actually, if I have to be honest with you, Bitcoin didn't break out of anything because this chart pattern that you've drawn is actually incorrect. Now, the rules are very specific when it comes to chart patterns, and that is you need to be drawing your patterns on the chart from either highs or lows. So that's tops and bottoms. There's no rule that says you can just draw a line across any single candle or any single wick and make up an imaginary pattern. Again, that's the world we live in. Someone sees a pattern and it's been done incorrectly, and then this other person does it and they copy it, and then everyone's gone and copied the pattern. But unfortunately, it's wrong. So I'm going to show you right now how this rule works and why you have done it wrong. So let's go ahead and analyze each bar one by one, shall we? Let's get rid of this, and let's get rid of this and turn everything off. Bring up my little drawer here. Actually, I'm going to zoom in just a tad closer. I don't have my mouse, I'm just doing it with my fingers. So what is everyone doing? Well, everyone is taking some random ass top. I don't care where you're doing it from. Oh my God, that's not it. And they're just drawing and drawing and drawing and going, oh yeah, we crossed some bottoms, we crossed some tops, and now we've got a chart pattern. I'm sorry. The rule is simple. Find the tops, find the bottoms. You need to have a minimum of 2 peaks or 2 troughs. Ideally 3, it doesn't really matter. Minimum of 2 is the rule. So let's go through each bar one by one and analyze them. We have a down bar. We have a down bar. We have I believe I don't have my little stamp on me. Let's go back. This is a low. I believe this is another down bar. So we have a down bar. We have a down bar. We have an inside bar because the data here is contained within the price action of the bar before it. We have a down bar. We have an inside bar because the price action is contained within the data before it. We have a down bar. Now we've got an up bar. We've got, I believe this one is an up bar. I'll have to just double check my pricing there. It's a little hard to see on this. I believe it's an up bar. And then we have another up bar. That means technically right now we have 1 down bar, we have 2 down bars, and we have 1 up bar. Okay, then we have down bar, we have down bar, we have down bar, and now I believe this is lower, so that is technically considered another down bar. And then we have an up bar, and then this one could possibly be an up bar. Yeah, it looks up. And then we have another up bar, we have an up bar, and then we have a down bar. So this here is number 2 for the ups, and this here is number 3 for the downs. So if you're trying to draw these chart patterns, you need to follow the rules. So following the rules would look something like this. Oh, let me go ahead and get another one of these. Excuse me 1 second while I fumble my way through. And that gives us a price action area of this. So let's go ahead and now delete all the data. And this, my friends, is a correctly drawn pennant using the correct rules for pennant drawing. So currently there's been no breakout. and price is currently still contained within the pattern. So now we go from here, and we can clearly see that as long as price moves between this pattern, we're in, and once we get a break, oopsie doopsie, I'm logged in on my other computer. Once we get a break, we then move either way, either higher or lower. Now, one of the dates that we put out for this market is between the 6th to the 8th. So that is a time period that I am watching, which is around here for a break in this market. So that is how you draw a pennant pattern. Please, 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 please just stop listening to absolutely everyone. Unfortunately, not everyone actually knows the rules, and I just can't believe how many people post one screenshot of a chart pattern, and then the amount of times that chart pattern is actually reproduced by different people. And these people are meant to be guiding you. They're meant to be smart. But I think that they've missed something so simple here. Now, I'm not going to be naming names. If you see the other chart pattern around, you'll know what it is. But just follow the rules. You cannot draw a pennant from an inside bar. And you cannot draw a top of a pennant from a down bar. The tops must come from tops, and the bottoms must come from bottoms. That's all I have. I really hope you learned something.